Good evening, my fellow Bougainvilleans, friends and family. My name is Lewis Smith. I was born in Bougainville on the 21st of May, 1959. My grandfather, who was from the Mortlocks, had two brothers. One who ventured off into the Solomon Islands, into Hong Kong, Java, and the other one who ventured off into East New Britain. My grandfather remained in Bougainville as a missionary, building homes for our people, Bougainvilleans, in Buin, in Arawa, and in Buka. He had no plans on moving to Vunapobi or to Kokopo or to East New Britain at the time, but he was summoned by the Catholic Church to go and become a missionary and to build homes for the people, which he did. So my whole entire family, my mother and her siblings, all went to live in Vunapobi for the longest period of time, until I came along and I was asked whether I'd want to go to Australia to go to boarding school, which I agreed. My mother didn't hesitate to send me off. Had she known that I was not able to stay here and continue my schooling, my education. As a young man, I grew up, I lived abroad, I lived overseas. I lived in Canada for 15 years, spent a bit of time in New York, Los Angeles, also worked for about 12 months in South America, Argentina to be exact, building factories, fiberglass factories. I'd never forgotten my roots. My plan was always to return back to Bougainville to assist our people. My mother had a stroke in the meantime, and so that threw the spanner in the works, and so I had to remain back and take care of her until she died in 2022. And during that time when she was living with me, before she passed on, we spoke a lot about, where should I be going, what should I be doing? And she was adamant for me to come back to Bougainville to help our people. And so I eventually did. I traveled back and forth over a number of years. As a movie producer, I decided to venture back here and do some research on the crisis. And this move alone had changed my entire perception on where I should be heading. I never continued on with the movie industries, but what I did was I decided to bring in big investors because I was asked repeatedly by our people to please help us to bring some decent investors in here so we can all live peacefully and happily together and in harmony. I eventually found two big companies, two big investors who wanted to come in and help and assist my people. Unfortunately, they were both bribed by the government at the time, which is now the government, ABG government. And this is when things had taken a turn. Everybody started asking me to go for the election to become the president, and I never had any intentions of ever becoming a politician. My game plan was always to bring in investors just to help my people, to give them a better life, a better outlook, some kind of vision. And so now it is 2025, and we're just around the corner from the elections. And I'm a candidate for this seat to become the president of Bougainville for 2025. My people live in squalor. This is a third world country, but you never pick it. We have resources here like you would not believe. To say the least, that this is probably the richest place on earth per capita. It could be the richest place on earth per capita, no doubt. There's talk of King Solomon's mines. I really believe this is King Solomon's Mines. For the richest place on earth per capita, it sure doesn't look like it. We've been exploited. We've been manipulated. No one's come to help our people. And so now I've chosen this pathway where I'm here to help, to do the best I can, to change our people's lives, to be an honest leader, transparent, a man of dignity and principle. I vow never to ever lie to my people. They've already been to hell and back. The crisis from 89 to 98. I say this crisis is still going on until we make a change for the better. I'm an extremely patriotic Bougainvillean. My life is based on honesty, trustworthy, and transparency. I hope to someday change the mindset of all Bougainvilleans. We need to take care of our veterans. They have fought with their lives, their blood, and no one really has taken any notice of that. Take my grandfather. He was a war hero. He saved a lot of Americans, Australians, and Japanese lives during the war. And believe me, he's never been recognized. And so I want to give something back to the veterans, the widows. They deserve a pension. Every widow deserves a pension. They fought as well. Yes, they did. And every man at the time fought as well for the freedom of Bougainville, including the current president, which I have told him that he's left a legacy. And so we need to take care of our people. But unfortunately, our president has a different idea, a different plan. His and my plans don't work together, unfortunately. I've told him on numerous occasions that if he wants any advice to please speak to me. He's a lot younger than I am. But he's never once taken up that offer. And so I have to respect his wishes. But I have to do what I have to do for my people of Bogenville. Is take care of business. I will never be corrupt. I will never take a bribe. Please believe me on that. This is not about me. This is about the Bougainvillean, my people. We need to take care of our youths. These are really important. It is extremely important that we take care of the youths. You know, put them into right areas for sports. Our people are probably some of the most gifted sports people in Papua New Guinea. So we need to now grab them and guide them. Our little children need a better life, a better future. And so as leaders, we must now give a lending hand. As leaders, we must now bring our people up to the next level. This is not about us. As leaders, we're going in to take care of our people, and we have to do it honestly, without lies. Our people don't deserve to be lied to anymore. Bougainvilleans, how many years are you going to keep living like this? How many years are you going to continue to suffer? Take the hospitals. It is absolutely disgusting to walk into those hospitals and to think that the governments have done nothing about it. I, for one, would never, ever walk into any of our hospitals. I'm disgusted, I'm appalled that our people are treated like animals. And yet, we have a government, members that travel overseas as though they are rich as hell, using the people's money. This has got to stop. It has to stop now. Our people need to start reaping the benefits. The resources are yours. billion-dollar industry in tourism, billion-dollar industry in fisheries, cocoa, copra, billion-dollar industries, agriculture, fisheries alone is incredible. I'm sick and tired of seeing foreigners come in and reap the benefits, lie and continuously lie to our people. Something's got to stop. Something's got to give here. And it's about time the Bougainvilleans start to reap the benefits and enjoy the fruits. There's a lot of past Bougainvilleans that never saw what we are now trying to provide for the ones that are around today. And it's a shame. But maybe we can remember them by giving the war veterans medals to show, yes, they fought for the war. They fought for the freedom. Francis Ona is a true hero. Sometime or another we must build a monument commemorating what he stood for, what he fought for the rights of all Bougainvilleans. Thank you.